Some rare champions in this game are absolute account changers and must builds for basically everybody. Some of them a bit more optional than others, some of them kinda controversial, a lot of people are gonna disagree, and some of them you rank up just for fun, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what is up guys, this is Cobb, and welcome to rare champions on my account that I still use to this day on my account, like a year and a half in, right? Rare champions that have stood the test of time, and I would recommend that basically everybody builds on your account. As well as some champions that I do regret building out and fully maxing out on the account, to be fair. Hey, before we get to that, man, if you're looking to start off a new raid account, then use my beginner promo link to do it. It is down below at the top of the video description box. All you gotta do is sign out of Plarium Player on your PC. Click on that link and use that link to create a new account and to get Elnaril as your free starter legendary champion, as well as a bunch of epic champions as you level up that new account, man. It's the best possible way to start off a new account in Raid. It's how I started off my free-to-play account that I'm currently playing in every other video on this channel now. And it's just been the most amazing start ever, dude. So, yeah, make sure you use my promo link to sign up. If you're thinking of creating a new account, man, okay, let's do this. First of all, which rare champions in my roster that I've leveled up to at least level 50, let's say, or at least 5 stars, would I recommend that basically everybody in the game should be building? I mean, Cold Heart. Right, what do we even talk about here? What are we even doing here? Of course, Cold Heart is a must build for everybody. She's just so good. Even on like a mid or late game-ish account. I mean, by then you've probably got your dungeon teams figured out, but she just does so much and enables crazy like speed farming, speed kill teams as well with her A3, even for like mid and late game accounts, that you might as well just build out multiple copies and specialize it in those kinds of teams anywhere. But if you pulled this champion early on, dude, she should be your next level 60 as a #1 priority, no matter what. She's just that good everywhere, you know. With the quad hitter A1, she just eviscerates Fire Knight's shield stacks in the Fire Knight dungeon. She brings a little bit of AoE damage as well with the A2, so she's not useless against waves. And then the A3 is just that boss deleter A3, which also happens to decrease enemy turn meter by 100%, and also happens to have an extra 30% chance of inflicting a crit that just makes her so good. In fact, so good that you probably want to build out multiple Cold Hearts as you pull more of them in the future to enable teams like my all epic and rare champion Speed Farm Spider's Den farming team, right? This is a stage 20 Spider's Den farming team, couple of Cold Hearts, Royal Guards, coupled up with just all of the bonus damage that you could possibly hope for, and they just killed the boss in like 11 seconds, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Cold Heart obviously is going to be the first must build rare champion that we're going to touch on. Next must build all the way to level 60 is got to be Kayle. If you're starting off with Kayle as your starting champion, just take him up to 60. You might as well. I don't care how good your, you know, promo link reward champion start is, you still probably want to take your Kayle up to level 60 anyway, because he's a rare champion and he's so easy to buck up and fully max up. And so for me, Kayle, or whatever your starter champion is, probably going to be worth taking up to 60 for everybody. Next most recommended champion that I still use to this day on this account is actually Bellower. I use Bellower as my campaign farmer. He's one of those speedy, rare champion campaign farmers. I'm actually going to be doing a video pretty soon touching on this, how to build a 7-second campaign farmer so you can drastically increase the rate at which you can farm up food champion stuff. What I recommend Bellower is actually like a must build for every single account in the game. To be honest, yeah, I think he's that good in the stun set because every single one of his skills is an attack all enemies skill. He works fantastically well in a stun set into just waves of enemies and just wave content. And of course, you're going to have a Faction Wars quest every now and then that pops up that requires you to clear a Faction Wars stage with a rare champion in your team, with at least one rare champion in your Faction Wars team. And having a Bellower maxed out on your account, just one of those monstrous rare champions that you can throw into a Faction Wars team to complete that advanced quest. He also brings the weak versions of every debuff in the game, which is great because then you can pair him up with the Nature's Bounty Blessing, which gives you a chance to land the strong version of a debuff instead, where you would otherwise land the weak version, right? And because Bellower brings so many debuffs, decreased attack, decreased defense, weak versions, brings weak, decreased speed as well, having the chance to convert all of those into the strong versions against wave content while in a stun set, oi. Now you're talking about some insane value from a rare champ. Now, again, I do use him as campaign farmer. I got him built up in some actually quite hand-me-down Slayer gear that didn't really find a home on any other champ. So I built him out with about 170% crit damage, which is quite low, but I have him built fast enough so that he can attack twice into the campaign waves. That is, if he fails to kill them in the first hit, right? So he takes care of the first couple of waves usually in a single hit. Then against wave number 3, sometimes it takes a couple of hits to get the job done. But he has the movement speed, or he has the speed stat rather, in order to be able to do that. Next, must build champion or champions. I recommend that you build at least one of these next champions I'm about to cover up to level 60, and that is either Renegade or Nalhorn. Now, why these two champions and why just one of them? Well, it's because you can build a Phantom Shoguns Stage 25 team almost solely around at least one of these champions. I'm not going to go into how the Phantom Shoguns dungeon works in this video. We're going to be here all day with that. It's quite an annoying dungeon to try and explain, to be honest. I do have a guide up on the channel talking about how you can build a team around a couple of rare champions, one of them being the Nalhorn, one of them being the Renegade. I do have a video covering that up on the channel already. I went ahead and decided to build out the Renegade as my Phantom Shogun's champion. I've got it built out with high crit damage, or at least reasonable. Oh god, where's the gear gone? Okay, bloody hell. Luckily, I did save the gear set. Let's go ahead and get it re-equipped on off. But yeah, I've got it built out with the high crit damage. Not super high, but definitely a bit higher than what I said before, about 220% crit damage, so that she acts as the main tank, right? She's going to tank all of the damage. She's going to tank the Enfeeble debuff in the Phantom Shogun's dungeon. Then I've got it built out in a regeneration set such that she can live. But what else Renegade brings to the table is, of course, her cooldown reset skill, which is on an A3. Very, very unique skill for a rare champion. Decrease the cooldown of all ally skills by 2 turns. This effect does not affect Renegade. She will also damage herself for 30% of her max HP when using this skill. But it's just to speed up the clear time on Phantom Shoguns a little bit. Yes, I'm randomly using a Kayle on this team as well, by the way. Why? I don't know, dude. I think I was like making a point in the video, in the guide video, that the damage dealer champions on the team don't actually matter that much if you're running like the Renegade style build. Into Phantom Shoguns, it's everybody else on the team that really matters, right? It's the Renegade plus a healer, and then throwing like a Mithrala on the team helps out the Renegade survivability by a lot. But she's a key component to this squad. She makes the whole thing tick, and she makes it so that the boss only ever attacks her because they built her out with the most crit damage. Again, Nalhorn is another champion that you can build out with this same job as Renegade. You can build out like Nalhorn alongside a Paragon, for example. So like 2 rare champions that basically become unkillable in Phantom Shoguns permanently if you build them and use them correctly in this dungeon. And so Nalhorn or Renegade would be the 2 rare champions I would recommend building out, or at least keeping, you know, have them ready in your vault to build out for a team like this if you've not quite yet conquered Phantom Shoguns. Next rare champion that I recommend that you build out, to be honest, and this is going to be a little bit controversial, I think, for some people, I'd say take to at least level 50 Diabolist, man. I think that she's worth it, man. I think that she's got it. I think that she's it. I think that she's just a saucy rare champion, and because she's campaign farmable, you might as well get her fully booked by farming up her copies in campaign 12-3, because she could be farming campaign 12-3 anyway, and her skills are pretty good. Like for a rare champion, 3-turn cooldown, increased speed buff, strong version for a couple turns on the A2, then 4-turn cooldown, 10 meter fill and 10 meter decrease for your enemies by 15% on the A3. She's just solid, and again, kind of like Bellower, you can say, oh, well, she's not like a mandatory build. Yeah, but again, those Faction Wars quests, those advanced quests where it's clear a Faction Wars stage with at least 1 rare champion in your team, just take Diabolist to level 50. You know, get her in some pretty good defensive stats. She can bring increased speed. She's not going to be like a dead weight on the team. She's going to do a little bit of something. I'd recommend that basically everybody has at least a level 50 Diabolist. Now for the rare champions that I leveled up that are just a little bit of a luxury. You can level up these if you want. I still do use them sometimes. Champion number 1, good old Metal Shaper. This guy right here actually got me started in normal mode Doom Tower for the very first time against Scarab King. Dude, the budget team that I ran into Scarab King the first time I was beating that boss, unbelievable. I mean, we're talking like Elfguard, like some like uncommon champion action. The Armiger was in there, another uncommon champion. It's like, dude, all of these 10 meter controllers plus a Metal Shaper, because Metal Shaper brings a very, very unique skill to the table with his A2, places shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. This skill has got a 2-turn cooldown when fully booked, meaning if your Metal Shaper is the fastest champion on your Scarab King team, and he's nice and quick, then he just has 100% shield uptime across your entire team, which is key, because if you attack into the Scarab King boss without a shield, it's going to counterattack you, it's going to smack the taste out of your mouth, it's just going to end badly, you know what I'm saying? So Metal Shaper plus like 2 or 3 good 10 meter controllers, and then like a champion to kill the waves in the team and just get you to the boss, beat Scarab King, you know? And so until you've eventually got like the Mithrala on your account who you can just put in a regeneration set, whatever, man, just let the Mithralis solo Scarab King, it's not a big deal, you know, fine, like, you beat Scarab King at that point, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Until you can do that, a Metal Shaper's an absolute godsend. You don't have to level them all the way up to max. As you can see, mine just got to like mid-level 40s, and I just kind of left them there. Specifically, Reliquary Tender and Tree Shield Knot. I mean, these are just the two best rare revivers in the game. It's not really close. They are absolutely miles ahead of basically any other rare reviver in the game. Even though I did go ahead and build out another with Meatcava Torlog, I do like this guy as well. Tree Shield not having a double revive on the A3 is just nuts. It's just stupid. Plus on the A2, he brings all kinds of healing and increased defense buff. 310 cooldown, just brings the utility, man. Even brings a triple hitter on the A1 as well, so it can even help you out into the finite and stuff super early on. Reliquary Tender, not only does she bring the revive, it's only a single target revive, but this A2, it's just a joke. Remove all debuffs from all allies, so a full cleanse plus continuous heal buff for 2 turns. On a 310 cooldown. I mean, this is like an epic champion quality skill. In fact, she's basically an epic champion. In a similar boat to Diabolist, also touch on War Maiden as well. It's sort of obvious, but yeah, campaign farmable, nice and easy to get her fully bucked up. Attack all enemies, strong decreased defense debuff on a 310 cooldown, 100% land rate. Yeah, War Maiden, unbelievable. And now for the champs that I built out for fun, or build out and then later come to regret, or build out because I needed them in the super early game and then never use them again, which is basically everything else. But I do want to draw some special attention to Kherzad Deepat. Kherzad is a great champion. He's particularly good into Iron Twins, because Iron Twins is always removing all of those debuffs off of itself whenever it passes certain health thresholds, and so having Kherzad able to just spam his A1 for the entire fight and just constantly plays decreased speed again and again and again on the Iron Twins boss is quite valuable. But as good as he is, I wouldn't consider him like a must build for every account. He's not in that territory. Again, I love the guy, but I don't think he's quite there. Same thing with Bowsmith Flannan. Got a special place in my heart. Love this guy. Did a video reviewing him quite recently, which was a hell of a lot of fun to do. Controversial call out I'm going to make. I'm going to say Frozen Banshee is very optional. At the very least, I'd say Frozen Banshee, take her up to level 50 and be very slow to level her up to level 60 and rank her up to level 60, right? Especially if you started off with a kill. You've already got a Poisoner on your account. If you sign up with my beginner promo link, then you've got Elnaril on your account as well, and she brings HP burn and poison debuffs too in her kit. And so once you've got a couple of poisoners, poison HP burn action going on like that already, you kind of don't need the Frozen Banshee so much anymore. She's a great champion, but only for one job. And it's Demon Lord. She's got a 4.7 in Dragon Lair. I never felt tempted a single time to use my Frozen Banshee in Dragon's Lair. Okay, I just didn't. She's worthless against the waves of enemies. Everything she does is single target. Her damage is non-existent outside of poisons. And so, I don't know, dude. I just feel like in Dragon's Lair, 4.7 is way generous. I'm not going to touch on every champ here, but there is a champion I do kind of regret building out in this list. Oh, hang on, man. 2 honorable mentions that I got to throw in here that everybody should keep, no matter what, especially if you haven't pulled a Vault. In fact, even if you got a Vault Keeper Wixwell on your account, you might be sitting on Infinity Shield Wixwell Clan Boss team and not even know it. But even if you haven't pulled Vault Keeper Wixwell yet, keep these suckers in the vault, right? One champ is Hellborn Sprite. She increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn and places an increased crit rate buff on all allies for 2 turns. Both of these things are very good for Infinity Wixwell Clan Boss teams, especially the increase in the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Very crucial. If you don't know how the Wixwell team works, I'm not going to go into it here, frankly, because I just want to get bogged down explaining it, but yeah, it's just massively crucial. Keep your Hellborn Sprite in the vault at least. Same thing with Valerie, campaign farmable. She also brings an increased duration of all ally buffs and all allies by 1 turn on her A2. Now for a rare champion that I actually do regret building out, it's Crimson Slayer. Okay, I was desperate. I was desperate, man. I was a fool. I was petrified. I didn't know what was going through my mind, right? But I was trying to progress in Finite in the early days of Raid. She's got a triple hitter A1. I thought like, ooh, it's got to be pretty good into Finite, you know, break down those shield stacks, stuff like that. Then I checked out her A2. She requires a lot of bucks as well. Her A2 is an attack 1 enemy, has a 100% chance bucked of decreasing the target's 10 meter by 50%. Fill this champion's 10 meter equal to the amount that the target loses. Not bad. Honestly, like, not bad at all. 100% chance of like 50% 10 meter steal. It is the enemy's current 10 meter, and so if you're using this skill into Finite, and Finite only has like 20% 10 meter, and then she uses this skill, it's not a bad skill, but it's on a 410 cooldown. I think I leveled up Crimson Slayer to 50, fully booked her. She got me from like stage 14 of Fire Knight to like stage 15 or something. Like, it wasn't a big upgrade at all in terms of progress. And then I pulled the better option for 10 meter control than Crimson Slayer and never used her again. And she's been in the vault ever since. So, yeah, it just didn't work out that hot. I ran the experiment with Crimson Slayer. I found her wanting on my own account. I'd be interested to know if anybody else has built her out before. I think that's basically everything covered. Oh, yeah, the Mother Superior is a chicken. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, man. Should just get rid of her, man. Hey, I'd be interested to know if you feel like there's any rare champions that I missed off of this list that you feel deserve a place in this list, that you feel that basically everybody should build out because of how easy these champs as rares are to build out on an account, or do you disagree in the opposite direction and feel like I really bigged up some rare champions here that are really just kind of garbage and that nobody should be bothered with, man? I'd like to hear about it either way. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you also did enjoy this happy little rare champion account breakdown. Let me know what you think down below, man. And while you're down there, if you're looking to start off a new raid account, make sure to hit the link at the top of the video description box to jumpstart your new raid account with a free legendary champion, whole bunch of epic champs, and just, yeah, all kinds of awesomosity for starting off your new raid adventure. And I'm going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later, man.